Well, hey, Beth, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Listen, let's go ahead and get into our new favorite show called Our Kind of People. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. As you can see down below, I do have pictures so you guys can see who these individuals are as I bring up these different cast members, okay? This is not so much as everything that happened on the second episode, but just, pictures of the individuals, the cast, so you know who is being spoken about. So Angela, okay? Angela is played by Yaya DaCosta, okay? She's talking to her followers. Y'all know she got her own beauty line and stuff, her hair care products and stuff. So she's always promoting her business online, on social. She's talking to her followers and giving them tips and stuff. This was really interesting because I didn't really know all of this. So to learn that the history of braids, right? She says that braids could tell you a person's marital status. It could tell you their tribe. It could tell you their wealth. Okay. I knew about the tribe. I knew about the tribe, but I didn't know about wealth. I didn't know that the types of braids that you got in your hair, way before we even existed, was a way for them to tell whether or not you're married, whether you're single, whether you're probably a widow, or maybe you're engaged. Didn't know that. Also didn't know about the wealth and where you fall in the totem pole. What's your status? Didn't know that. So that was really good to hear. I also wasn't privy to the information about the colonizers shaving everyone's heads so they would not be able to connect with who's a part of their tribe or anything, right? So they did that. And that was really interesting. I'm loving all of the natural hair that they giving in this show. They doing the mother thing. I also love the tidbits of history that they dropping. So it's great. I will say the show is moving very fast, more fast than what I was expecting it to be. But I will say I'm glad that I don't have to wait for 3 episodes to find out some information, right? That they could have been told us 2 episodes ago. So I do like that. But it is kind of moving very quickly. And I'm going to say this while it's on my mind. Like when Angela gets into it with her aunt, based on what she's learned about her mom, and she storms out. And then immediately after that, we see Angela walking back into the scene, and she's talking to her aunt. Her aunt said, "Where did you go?" She said, I went on a walk. Well, there was nothing in between that time to show us that she could have went on a walk. Could we have seen her walking and then her coming back into the house? Like, was that going to be too hard to give us a 10-second clip of that? So that's what I mean by it's moving too quick. All right. Now we see they got Pastor John Gray. I said, baby, not John Gray, not the pastor that was up here cheating on his wife more than one time. Well, this is a scandalous show. Hello. So maybe they got the right one, honey. I don't know if he's gonna have any more roles or any more lines while he's in the show, but honey, that's what I can answer. Okay, then, all right. So I didn't really like his sermon. His sermon was about preaching. His sermon was preaching about, I guess, power or getting the power, taking the power. That's what it was. He said he was preaching about taking the power by force, and it seemed like it really resonated with Leah. Because Leah is over there trying to snatch her daddy's company from up under him by force, honey, because he ain't willingly just giving it to her. All right. Now, after church, we can see where Angela over there talking to Tyreek, talking about how she need her a contractor. And he says that he can be the contractor for her. So that's cool. The mother-in-law still hounding Leah about getting rid of Angela. I want those secrets to spill. Right. I'm looking forward to, and that's the crazy thing, because even though the show is moving so fast and we're learning scandal after scandal, it's still so many more scandals that we don't know. So even though they're moving so quickly with the show, it's still okay because it's still more to find out, right? Because I'm like, dang, you done dropped all the tea. We know that they sisters. We know this and that. Like, dang, she done found out that's her daddy already. Like, where is there to go from here? And every episode, and it's only been 2, I must say, it seems like it's going to be even more. It's going to be more layers to it. So, girl, it's a lot. If y'all not watching this show, it comes on Fox. It comes on Tuesday nights. Y'all get tuned into it. Y'all meet me over there on Twitter so we can chit chat about it, honey. And then come on over here and watch these reviews so we can talk about it. All right. So Leah been around town telling the people that she finna get her daddy position. Okay, she about to be a chairman and all this other stuff. Honey, girl, you out here making yourself look like a fool because you're not finna get it. Angela and Leah ended up talking, and then Leah didn't really want to talk to Angela because Angela said she was doing something. She called her and said she was doing something. And Angela was like, girl, I only did that because you were talking about my damn mama. B.I.T. who not here to defend herself, hope. Okay, period. So they ended up talking, and it seems like the vibe I've got from Leah while watching this episode, Leah really is taking a liking to Angela, honestly. She likes the way she thinks, she likes the way she moves. But because of her mother-in-law, it's going to make it very difficult for her to get closer with her like she may want. In addition, because she's a part of this organization, right? A lot of you guys that may be a part of an organization, you know how they go through this quote unquote hazing phase initially, right? Where they act like they don't like you, they act like this or that. So it's like she has to follow that particular protocol before Angela can be a part of the process. So it may look like she don't like her when she really does. But then also you got the reinforcement of the grandmother behind the mother-in-law behind the scenes, okay? Forcing her to get rid of this girl. So it's a lot. Now we see Leah and Raymond at a later time. First of all, I have to talk about this man's body. I have to get on Morris Chestnut's body because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. His face, ridiculous. His skin, ridiculous. His beard, ridiculous. When I tell you somebody aged gracefully, them abs, ridiculous. That chest, girl, do I have to keep going? The man is physine. Hear me. Still look good after all these years. All these years, that man has graced beautifully, not aged beautifully. That man looks good, okay? What we learned is that his dad has a company called Durham, I think it's Durham. But either way it go, her dad, Leah's dad, bought out the company. I guess the company was about to go over, so he ended up bailing out the company or whatever. But now the husband is at a place where he wants that company back. And the only way he really finna get it back is if Leah takes that position that her daddy is in. So that's what's going on over there in their relationship. So his main game is to put that same thing on her to keep her pleased and stuff until she get him the company and stuff that he wants, get it right on back, okay? Because he also understands just how important power is, all right? Now, Angela with her aunt. Angela learns that her and Leah are sisters because y'all know she did. I don't know why I was thinking she done wiretapped this lady and all this and that. No, girl, it was just a strand of hair. She took when it got DNA testing on and come to find out she knows for sure they are sisters, okay? But the auntie looking real shaky and shady, honey. She don't want her to find out no tea. She over there like, girl, you really need to leave this situation alone. I said leave it alone now, okay? Auntie don't want her to go and find out none of this. Oh, no information. She don't want her to know more about her mom. So I'm just wondering, like, auntie, did you set your mama up? Did you set her mama up? Could you have actually accidentally killed her mama? Because you damn sure was rushing her to go and get them ashes thrown out and thrown away. Girl, what is your tea? Girl, was you doing the dirty work for Mr. Franklin? Was that what it is? Girl, you got to tell us what's going on, Miss Auntie. I can't wait to get to your stuff because these facial expressions you be giving us, girl, you holding out a whole lot more and you a whole lot of a lie. And I'm going to call you out on your lie in just a minute, okay? So Raymond talking to his good Judy, Jake. Now he and Jake trying to get the company back. Now the company is theirs technically. So their great grandparents or something came together. One of his elders and one of Jack's elders came together to form this company, Durham, right? And then I guess some things ended up happening. The company needed a bailout. Franklin gave them the bailout. Now they don't really have, full rights to the company at this time. But if Leah, like I said, gets in her dad's position, she may be able to relinquish that over to her husband. I don't think he's ever going to get that. I don't. And I feel like he's going to mess up so much that Leah probably going to end up divorcing him and he's never going to get his company. But we're going to see how this going to go. Okay. So yeah, what's his name? But I also feel like Raymond is shady because Jake wants in on the company and it doesn't look like he may get in on the company, but we'll see because Raymond is not really interested in having Jake come along because Jake is a F up. Okay. He's a fuck up. That's what Jake is. He always messes up stuff and he don't like that. So let's move on. Angela and Leah. So they have this ladies meeting in the office or whatever. Her daughter coming in real drunk. And let me tell you, the daughter pressed. Because, her girlfriend, Taylor, went over the yacht into the water, honey. Now she's in a hospital and stuff. So the girl is really pressed. So something happened while they was out there on that balcony. She keeps saying that she ain't pushed Taylor over the balcony. But I'm like, girl, something happened. You done did something. Something went down, girl. Okay. So her mom is trying to talk to her. And she ends up having to throw up. So she runs off. Mama grabs the phone and see all the images of her and Miss Taylor in the phone. So at that point, she already know that her daughter got a girlfriend. Okay. So long story short, she gets ready to head out. But she talks to the mom, Leah. And Leah ends up talking to the ladies, letting them know how they got this event coming up. Angela tells her, hey, I think you should try a different name for the event. I think you should do something a little different. There are an array of women out here, and we should cater to all of them in different facets. Well, Leah took that idea and just sat up there and re-said the same thing. She said it, but in a more professional tone or whatever it was. She just said the same thing Angela said in a different way. And the ladies went up for it and they praised it. Now, this is where the gag was. And I feel like this right here ended up being my favorite scene. So when Leah told one of the girls, hey, I need you to stop by and give my mama Rose some flowers. The girl said, oh, I got to get my child from, wherever I got to get them from. So I ain't going to be able to. Dang. Well, Angela said, girl, don't worry about it. I got you. And Miss Angela knew what she was doing. But when Angela went to go see that mama, that's what my favorite scene was. Or okay. But anyway, so Angela ends up seeing Raymond outside talking to him because she wants to be a part of the incubator program. And he's not necessarily sure. He's not giving her no leeway until later on in the episode. Angela gets to Rose's house. I should have had Mama Rose on this picture down here somewhere, girl, because let me tell you, Mama Rose is that, okay? So Mama Rose, soon as Angela arrives, she thinks that she's Leah, and she telling her, oh, the little B.I.T. done showed up. Yes, call her B-I-T-C-H. Oh, the little B.I.T. done showed up, huh? Okay, Leah, what you want? So she asked her to do her hair for her, right? So Angela starts doing her hair. She said, well, girl, I got some questions for you. She said, what you want to know? She said, girl, I want to know about this particular time frame in life. There was a woman named Evelyn Bond that was there. And the woman grabbed her hand and said, wait a minute, girl, I know you not. Did your daddy send you here to start some with me? And she was like, no, girl, I just want to know. So what we learned about Miss Evelyn Bond is that Evelyn Bond was a friend of Rose, but she also was like the maid in the house taking care of everything. So then Teddy Franklin ended up getting involved with Miss Rose, honey. Ended up getting involved with Miss Rose. And that's when I guess Evelyn and Rose fell out. But I really want to know the truth. Did he violate her or something? Or did they actually have an affair? Or did he violate her and it resulted in her getting pregnant or something? And in order for her to not tell what happened, she had to take care of the child. Like, I need to know all the deets, honey. Was it really a relationship or did he do something he had no business? Okay. But let's go ahead and move on, right? So then Rose opens up and tells her that her mama wasn't worth a plucked nickel. Okay. She wasn't worth anything because she ended up giving her daughter up to a lady named Dorothy Ann Washington for $50,000. And Angela thought she was lying. And the lady was like, I'm not lying. Like, that's what it is. So Angela decides to run out the room and the mama Rose tells her, girl, you helped put your father in here. You helped your father put me in here. You need to help get me out. And I said, oh, girl, what other secrets do Rose mama got? I likes me some Miss Rose mama. She said she was the president of the Gracie Tees is what she called it. She know all stories. Girl, I'll be visiting her mama on a regular, girl. Hear what I say. And I think that's going to come to head on the next episode because I think Leah going to call her out. Like, why my mama think you me? What's that about? Okay, so that's going to be hella interesting, okay? Tyreek come over to the house. He's talking to Miss Girl. Tyreek come over to the house. He's talking to Angela because y'all know he's supposed to be being her contractor and helping her out and stuff, right? Well, he ends up knocking down a wall because he got her floor plan. Come to find out, it's another room back there. And I'm like, girl, you ain't have to knock down a wall, honey. Where is the door? Is there not a door? You can walk over there. Maybe she boarded it up. But anyway, when you walk into this room, it was all kind of clothes and everything, right? All kind of clothes and stuff of that belonged to her mom. So she gets back there, she looking at it, checking it out, all that other great stuff, right? Later on, we can see that Leah is at this photo shoot because she's supposed to be getting booked to do the cover, which is so funny, the cover of Forbes. Her daddy ends up popping up, but she's shocked to find out why he there. She's like, what you doing here? He was like, oh, man, they just had some questions for me about you. Lies, the lies, okay? But he played her towards the end. Now, after they left that event, because she told her dad, because at this point, she started to wonder if Angela could be her sister, because she's starting to put a few things together in her own head, right? So she bring it up to her dad, but her dad wasn't really addressing that, so he let it be what it is. Now, Leah goes over to, well, before Leah gets over to Angela's house, Miss Girl, so Angela ended up confronting her aunt about her mom, and she's upset because she found out that her mama gave her away. So she's really upset. She's like, were you aware about my dad as well? Because when she told her my mama gave me away for $50,000 or whatever, and then the aunt said that was only for 6 months. She said, so you knew about it. So did you know about my dad too? Guess what the auntie said? The auntie said, no, I didn't. I said, but you a bald-faced lie. The way that man walked up in that house that night, girl, you lying. Why you up here lying, dear? Okay, so What else happened? So she ended up, that's when she ended up going out for that walk. And then she comes back and the auntie said, girl, where you been at? She said, girl, I've been on a walk. She said, well, I wanted to let you know that your mama did give you up, but she took you back because she couldn't manage to just give you up like that. And the issue that the mom was having was like, she was supposed to get that lady the 50 racks back, but she didn't because the aunt ended up spending the money. And I said, girl, what the fuck you done got your sister involved in? And probably got her clapped for it. Girl, what is that all about? So she ended up spending up that money, couldn't give it back, but her sister, Evelyn, worked hard. Angela's mom worked hard to pay back that lady on 50 racks, okay? Now we get to the gala. Did I talk about what you call it stopping by her house? I don't know if okay, yeah, I didn't. So Leah stopped by Angela's house, and when she came, she just walked in the door, and I'm like, girl, why is everybody just walking in your house like this? So Leah goes by the house with her daughter, Nikki. In this moment was when Leah learned that her daughter, Nikki, loves Taylor. And that she's different and that she like girls or whatever. And then her mama said that I can't condone this. And I said, oh, you can't because you worry about your image and stuff like that. Yikes, honey. And that's when Angela tried to give her advice on how to handle her daughter because she has the same issues with her own daughter, right? And it was in that moment you could see where they were starting to connect. And then Leah had to get the strong face on to let her know, like, girl, you need to pull it together because you're still trying to get in my organization. I ain't getting sweet on you, honey. Pull it together. So they get to the gala. A few things. Angela found a necklace in that room that she ended up wearing to the gala and she put it in her hair and I thought it was so pretty. I said, look at you rocking your mama everywhere you go. Do what you got to do, dear. I ain't mad at it. Raymond gives Angela an interview for the incubator after they found out that she also had a piece in Forbes. I think she had a piece written about her in Forbes, okay? So he wants to give her that interview with the incubator program. I feel like he's using her to try and leverage how he can probably get his business back or possibly bringing her onto his team to make his business bigger than what it is should he get it back or something. Teddy, okay? Teddy Franklin announces that he's not retiring. Teddy is the father to Leah. Says he's not retiring. So Leah been running around town telling everybody she's about to get a particular position. Her daddy says, no, I'm not retiring. And to top it off, girl, you thought you was getting you a solo Forbes cover? No, you split it with me. I said, ooh, daddy is trifling, okay? He tells her that if she takes him down, she's going to have to take her husband down because his other secrets and his LLCs are so tied and linked into each other that if she tries to uncover anything or do anything wrong, it's going to up her husband too. I said, girl, daddy is trifling. Okay? Leah gets chumped off by Ray. Okay? Leah gets cussed out by Ray because Ray is relying on her getting this position of her dad so he can get his company back, right? But it's not happening. So he chumps her off. He ends up leaving, walking out the room. Now, Jack, his good friend, walks in to check on Leah, who probably was hearing the whole conversation anyway. And as soon as Jack heard the door open, because I believe he knew that the daughter was behind him, he kisses Leah. He did that on purpose as soon as he heard the door open. Okay, because he wanted somebody to catch them. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if Jack and Miss Girl have a history and they've done some things in the past or whatever. Wondering about that. Okay, girl, that is so messy stuff. That is a messy. So then Miss Nikki used this not Nikki, but the daughter Lauren used this opportunity to run outside, run to the red carpet, about to tell her daddy what happened until her mama hopped in, confronted it, to try and keep her from doing it. Girl, what else ended up happening? The police came to go and arrest Miss Lauren, honey. They was ready to arrest her. She was like, well, why y'all trying to arrest my daughter? They said, well, Miss Taylor done woke up, honey, and she's speaking. She said your daughter pushed her off the yacht. Okay, so she about to get it for attempted murder, honey. And so she don't look at Lauren because she was just being disrespectful. I'm sorry, Lauren looks at Nikki. Okay, Nikki is the daughter to Angela. She looks at her like, girl, you was just being rude to her and disrespectful to her because your mama found out that you are a lesbian. And you tried to blame her for it. And she was like, no, I ain't having to do with it. I ain't tell nobody nothing. So then you need her help at the same time and tell her that you were there. Tell them that I didn't push her. And I was so happy that Nikki was like, girl, I ain't see everything. I'm like, yes, Nikki, do not speak up on her behalf because baby girl has drugged you on more than one occasion. No, ma'am. Okay, so that's DEAD, girl. That's the dead. So she ends up getting locked up, having to go on about her business, honey. Afterwards, we ended up seeing where Angela goes over to Tyreek's house because she ended up leaving Tyreek because once she saw Teddy Franklin at the event, she started to run after him until Tyreek stopped her. And then she told Tyreek to just leave her alone or whatever. So she goes to see him, and this is what we learned. Tyreek daddy was the head of security for Teddy, and he ended up dying in the line of duty. I feel like his daddy probably got that man murked because he knew too much information. That's what I'm wondering, okay? Another thing, I loved how they did the floating scene with them being in the pool. I said, yes. Come on, y'all. First of all, her body looked great. His body looked good. I said, dang, they'll make a good couple in real life. But of course, he's married or whatever. But I love that whole scene. Okay, and how, you know, he let her float, and then she came up and put her arms around him, and they started kissing in the pool. I said, oh, this is cute. Y'all better get it in. Love it. They finally spread the ashes of her mom over a lake or something like that. They finally did that, so that was good. Leah finds out from her dad, which is shocking because I thought that Angela was going to be the one to tell her, but her dad was the one to tell her that Angela is your sister. Yes, that's facts. That's true. You won't have to deal with it. And while you at it and you out here trying to play these games, you need to play a better game of chess, because if you don't, Miss Angela going to start uncovering some secrets that's going to put all that is out, girl. Okay, so I'll let you know. Go home, chill out, mind your business, and I'll let you know what our next move is going to be. So now daddy has his baby girl right back in the palm of her hands, but I feel like it sucks for Angela because you're gonna have the daddy on her head trying to keep Angela out, and then you're gonna have the mother-in-law on her head too trying to keep Miss Angela out. But girl, this show is a mess, honey. Girl, I can't wait till she finally get that girl mama up out their home, hopefully, and find out more tea from this girl to see what she know. But that's all I got. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on our kind of people. I am enjoying it. I hope you all are too. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.